Good day once again, dear students. Let us discuss the nature and character of social groups, the second topic of Week 3 of our lesson in UCSP. What is social? Being social means to create and maintain relationships with other people, get along with them, share, get together to exchange experiences, life lessons, and knowledge. If you are social, you like to be around with people. A social butterfly is someone who's social or is friendly with everyone, um, fleeting from person to person, the way a butterfly might. There is a saying that no man is an island since we are social beings, so therefore we need people to be our ally and to share our experiences and to share our happiness and joy and even in sadness. That is being social. This time, what is a group? A group is a number of people or things that are located close together or are considered or classed together. A group is usually defined as a number of people who identify and interact with one another. Group is composed of two or more people. Do you have a group? I hope one way or the other you have somebody, group of people or people whom you consider is your group. A group consists of more than one person. They meet together to satisfy some common motive or common purpose. A group may disintegrate when the common motive is satisfied. This refers to a temporary group like a party or groups. But a group also have permanent motive or purpose like family, religious groups, and clubs. And purposes. These are the different common characteristics of a group. And then a group is one of the fundamental objects of scientific analysis for sociology because group life is indispensable to all humans. As I said, no man is an island. There might be, the uh, characteristics of groups that are structured because there's a number, goal or goals, objectives, mission, vision, the norms or the practices or standards, the rules, the interaction, and the collective identity of the group. Collective identity refers to a person's sense of belonging to a group. The identity of the group or the collective becomes a part of the person's individual identity. It represents a person within the group, represents his belongingness within the group. His identity goes beyond that person. Social interaction consists of acts people perform toward one another and the responses they give in return. An exchange between two or more individuals and is building block of society. The interacting with one another, people design rules, institutions, and systems within which they seek to live. This is a social interaction. Kinds of group life. Group largely define how we think ourselves. There are two main types of groups, primary and secondary, as mentioned in the videos. The primary groups are small clusters of people whose members share intimate and personal relationships, often serving as a support and comfort to those involved. Your small group is your close group. No? They play significant role in an individual's development, like family, friends, love relationships are prime examples of this type of group. However, the secondary groups, a class full of students, for example, employees, at the job site, these two groups can both be characterized as secondary groups. Large clusters of people who have a mutually shared purpose, often aiming to complete a task. This is secondary groups. Conformity of members in a group. It's apparent that when you belong to a group, you tend to blend in and not draw attention to your difference with the other members. That means you conform and you complement. In Solomon's Ask, research. He conducted an experiment to investigate the extent to which social pressure from a majority group could affect a person to conform. Asked, devised what is now regarded as classic experiment in social psychology, whereby there was an obvious answer to a line judgment task. If the participant gave an incorrect answer, it would be clear that this was due to the pressure of the group. Stanley Milgrams, he conducted an experiment focusing on conflict between obedience to authority and personal conscience. This investigation of whether Germans were particularly obedient to authority figures, as this was a common explanation for the Nazi killings in World War II. These are the um, diagram of or illustration of Milgram's experimentation. The controlled experiment is investigating learning. And then Irving Lester, Janes developed a concept of groupthink. Groupthink explained the disordered decision-making process that occurs in groups whose members together work together over an extended period of time. His research into groupthink led to the wide acceptance of the power of peer pressure. Groupthink theory explains how groups make decisions based on such strong pressure to confirm that they fail to consider all possible options adequately. These are the different elements of group or social groups for our second topic of week 2. Thank you so much.